Meghan Show. It's the Meghan Show. It's the Meghan Show. Oh, 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 boom. Yeah. Okay, so every time I do a video, I'm going to do some type of intro. And until I have my own personal one, that's the one we're going to use, a made-up one. Kisses to all of you. Breaking news. I heard Meghan is trending on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Twitter as a racist. I'm going to play you some of Andrew Gold's video. He is a YouTuber. He has almost 400,000 subscribers. So I hope you enjoy his take on the racism that is going around. So-called Meghan has pretty much talked too much. And it's in the book, Blamegame. And she hasn't came out and debunked the book and said she had nothing to do with it. So we have to believe that everything in there that's written about her is true. And as we talk about that, we may talk about Harry's court cases, how he's being forced to leave the UK. They forced him to leave. He was forced to leave. He had no choice. And I heard that the courts have denied him and also thrown it out and said, you're just making up stuff. Next, we're also going to talk about their popularity, how it's in way deep down in the toilet where you never find it. It's over. Let's start with the racism kisses. Don't forget to hit like, share, and comment, guys. You know we're going to try to hit that 5,000 mark, but I just want to thank you guys for chit-chatting with me on your comments. They are really awesome. You know, the big words that I usually say is wow, OMG, or something like that, and I'll hit pin. If I pin you, that means your comment has just got me all, I'm talking about it, okay? So, and I may even discuss it on my live feed at times because I want to get your feedback as well. Okay, here we go. Again, this is Andrew Gold. He's talking about something that he read in O. Minscobie's book. And now he also noticed that Twitter is trending hashtag Meghan is a racist.
Or finance it, or help to finance it. So bits are slowly trickling out. And page 6 wrote, Meghan Markle was insulted after the palace assigned Queen Elizabeth's black equerry to help her feel comfortable amid racist accusations. Report. Equerry, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know,
so Elizabeth, according to Scooby-Doo's book, Meghan was assigned an equerry, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I may forget. If I forget, I'll start calling him the lieutenant aide. But an equerry is a person that is there to help, assist, and guide and lead, teach them the ropes, and, you know, be the support system for them. Remember when Meghan was talking about she was suicidal and all this other stuff? Well, she had help, but she rejected most of it. And so I know for a fact that she rejected to have an aide to help her. But according to the book, like Andrew is stating, he's saying that Meghan rejected the I forgot already, the aid for help. Okay, so here we go. Equerry.
An officer of the British royal household who attends or assists members of the royal family. So it's just it's basically a big role in Buckingham Palace. It's an important person. And Meghan didn't want a black equerry, which fits in with what some people have said about her desperately trying to get away from that in her aspirations to be some sort of very white princess, while also holding the race card of being black and, you know, all that mad stuff. The article goes on.
Pretty much playing both fences at the same time. She's going to be black when it suits her. Yeah, when it's time to lie on this family and say that they're racist. And then she's going to be white when she wants to, for whatever reason, all the time. That's where she wants to be, because like Don Lemon said, he couldn't believe that she had just, for the first time, have ever been treated like she was a black woman when she went to the UK. And I find that not to be true, because if you can't relate to being a black person, why would you feel black all of a sudden? If you Meghan walked around as a white person for all your life up until you married Harry and now you are black, how could you know how it would feel to be treated as a black person if you never identified being black? I just don't understand. Anyway, so let's see what he's saying. Let's see what Scooby-Doo has
Late Queen
claimed.
Elizabeth II reportedly offered her black equerry to help Meghan Markle feel comfortable.
A black equerry to make her feel more comfortable
as she acclimated to palace life. According to Scobie's book Endgame, the palace suggested that the late monarch's Ghanaian-born household cavalry officer, Lieutenant Colonel Nana Kofi Tumasi Ankara, step in to help Markle, who is biracial, step in to help her adjust to her new royal duties. Though a charming and intelligent man, it stood out like a sore thumb to Meghan and her friends.
Check this out. According to Scooby-Doo, he said she was insulted and was wondering why she got a black person, because although he's intelligent, he still stuck out like a sore thumb. In other words, Meghan was judging him by his color. She was judging him by the color of his skin and said that since he was black, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb. She insulted him. She insulted the Queen when she said that, and she insults us all. It is racism. You can't walk around and say that. Now that is clear cut. That because he is black and because he will stick out, because he's black, and because she thinks he will stick out like a sore thumb, that she believes that he's not worthy for the job. So she judged him by the color of his skin. Then she judged him twice by the color of his skin, and said that since he was black, that he couldn't support her because he would stick out with her like a sore thumb. In other words, he probably would have been in her way. He probably would have been in her shot. You know, she wants to be first and foremost, and maybe he would have took some of the limelight away from her. I'm just adding stuff. Because that's the way she thinks. Why would he stick out like a sore thumb? Why? Why would that be a negative? Why any of it is a negative? Why would Meghan get upset that Queen Elizabeth or offended or whatever? Concerned, offended, whatever. I'm going to rewind it. Why would she feel that way after Elizabeth took it upon herself to try to help Meghan adjust to royal life? But every chance that Elizabeth had to help her, Meghan would reject it. And so if the Queen offers you something and you turn it down, then you're on your own now. But that doesn't mean that they did not help you or they were feeding you to the wolves. No, that was you with your that was you twisting the story, number one, and trying to make it seem like you were being mistreated when you were not. You were treated like a princess because she didn't have to get anyone to help you. She could have just thrown you to the wolves, like you keep lying and saying. But no, she took it upon the goodness of herself, of her heart, to say, wait a minute, let's help Meghan out. You know, let's don't thrust her into royal life. She knows nothing about it. Although Catherine is still was thrusted into royal life, she kind of knows the culture. And so let's get Meghan some extra protection, some extra help. But no, Meghan gets offended. She would have got offended if they were white or black. It wouldn't have mattered. Meghan needs a reason to trash the royal family. And so she picks up little crap like this and get the rolling. And then instead of just shutting the hell up, she ends up looking like the idiot. Because now it's like, okay, who's the racist now, Meghan? How dare you say that you don't hire someone because of the color of their skin? You discriminated against him. And you treated him like the worst. It's a total difference between someone having a discussion about, I wonder what the skin color was going to be. And those concerns are some made up fictitious thing that Meghan has come up with. Let's throw in that they have some concerns. That's why this book is crumbling. That's why OB is over there trying to fix his lies and he can't. And now his credibility is shot. And he may be into some legal trouble. But Meghan doesn't care. Okay, let's get back to what he said. Because I really want to break this down. Because I really feel like Meghan was accusing Elizabeth of racism. Which tells me that the reason why she wrote this book and the reason why she wrote it the way she did is to bring attention and awareness to where she felt discriminated against. But instead of us seeing that she was discriminated against, we saw her discriminate against someone while she was telling her story, talking too much. And so I can't help but to believe that her life in Montecito is hell, because Meghan is okay with the storyline. She's okay with it going the way it is, because if she wasn't, then she wouldn't have coerced with Obi Scobie to write a book about her in-laws again, as if we didn't hear it the 100th time over. But people know, her agency knows that she's behind the book, and that's why they're upset with her and ready to drop her. They haven't dropped her yet, but she has been warned again. But she thinks it's a game. She doesn't care what they say. She'll do it again. They told her to leave the royal family alone. We're going to separate you from your husband. We're going to separate you from the royal family so that you can focus on what you need to focus on, and that is to make money and become a star, because that's what we're here to do. But we can't make you a star, Meghan, if you constantly kill the blessings that we keep giving you. Kevin Costner, all of the charity events that they have sent her on, in concerts that they have allowed her to meet with the who's and who's, and now she has squandered that, and now they're like, listen, we can't resurrect you. No, because you're dealing with the manipulator. She's going to manipulate whoever she comes in contact with, and she's obsessed with the royal family. It's on another level. It's not the same. It's different for someone to constantly be thinking about the royal family 24 hours a day and not living for themselves, but living for someone else. It must be a lonely existence for her, because Meghan always has something to say about the royal family, but she never has anything to say about her own, like as if they don't exist. Well, she did say that she lost her father and Harry lost his, but Harry's still trying his best to hang on to his dad. But as long as Meghan is around, you're going to have a very hard time keeping that going. Look at the relationships she has managed to crumble in the celebrity arena. George Clooney, he doesn't talk to her anymore. Kevin Costner looked like he can't stand her. And Oprah ain't acting like they still best friends. And Serena hadn't mentioned her since the podcast. And so she manages to have no friends, no family, no one, because she has alienated everyone and treated them like they're some type of servant of hers, instead of a friend, instead of a father, instead of a daughter-in-law. And no, she treats King Charles like a business. She thinks that's a business. Just like she got on and started defending her take with Spotify, saying that they left on mutual grounds, and then she comes back and says that they didn't give her any direction and all this other BS, when they built her a whole studio for her to do whatever she wanted to do, but it still wasn't good enough, and it was their fault, because she's never going to take accountability for anything. Zero, especially this book, because she wanted us to know who it was. And she wanted King Charles and the family to know that, yes, I did it. And if you don't get with the program, we're going to continue to blackmail you on live television, on live. This is live abuse. Meghan has been dangling that racism over their head. First, this is what happened. First, she comes out and says it. That's the big blow. And then they backtrack because and the only reason I think that they backtracked was because Harry was trying to make amends with his father at the time. I believe that. And then now they back at it again. And the last thing that we heard, Harry just took, King Charles just took away the cottage. How did Omen Scobie manage to put what was going on with the cottage in the book that soon? Usually, you're done writing the book. You're ready to send it off. He put that in the book. That's how late they were putting stuff in the book to add for Meghan. The coronation. How whatever lie she said about that, and then how Harry was supposed to get detailed instructions from his brother how to get there. He's not your keeper. He's trying to get himself to see his grandmother. And he is not in cahoots with you and Meghan with that shenanigans. We coming. Meghan and Harry have put out a statement that they're on their way. Get somewhere and sit down, you traitor. She's a traitor.
Step in to help her adjust to her new royal duties. Though a charming and intelligent man, it stood out like a sore thumb to Meghan and her friends. He doesn't really go into... this is Scobie. Though a charming and intelligent man, it stood out like a sore thumb to Meghan and her friends.
The black man.
He doesn't really go into why.
No reason.
That is a really weird line. And that is
for me.
far worse than the accusations around,
Let me catch everybody back up. Now, this is Meghan. This is Queen Elizabeth assigning Meghan an auditory, I know I'm saying that incorrectly, someone that will take care of her while she's learning how to be a royal, learning the ropes. And when she found out who it was, she immediately thought, although he's intelligent, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb because he's black. She's judging him by his color. Okay? Now, remind you, this is Scobie's book trying to paint Meghan to be this great person. This slipped because she talks too much. She's starting to lie, and the lies are just seeping in. It's coming out of her pores. Look, the lies is coming out of those freckles. Yep. That's what they're doing. The lies are coming out the freckles, and she can't hold it no more. So now she has insulted this gentleman, said that he looks like he sticks out like a sore thumb, like he in the way, like he's disposable, like move out the way, like why are you here? No, I'm not taking him. Look what color he is. He's going to stick out like a sore thumb. When she got insulted and started insulting him, that's when there it is. There it is. You're judging him by the color of his skin, Meghan. The same thing that you have accused the royal family of doing. And for the longest time, honey chick, you have been pointing the fingers and you have been doing the bad stuff. You've been leaking stories. You've been exaggerating stories and keeping up drama. Talking about she don't want to go back to the UK because it's got drama. You started the drama. You didn't hear a peep about the royal family until you rolled up in there. I didn't know. There wasn't no drama like this going on. It was the regular, the regular tabloid stuff that we hear, and the regular, they're still doing good. Not kind of like a boom, boom, girl. You came in like a wrecking ball. And King Charles and them aren't going to be bullied by you. You D-list actress, you. You're going to bully the King of England. How dare you? Shame on you. Look at the way you use every moment in the book to say something discouraging or disparaging about the royal family. She does not have not one nice thing to say. And you would think, since someone has spent that kind of money on her, and for her to even be there for 15, she wasn't even over there for 15 minutes. I would have been like, wait a minute, you just got here. We just spent all this money on you. Now you're talking about you ready to go. Couldn't you have said that before you got the wedding? If you knew, Meghan, that you was not going to stay in the royal family, then why would you have them spend that type of money on a wedding for you? Selfish. I would have said, you know what, something nice and quiet would be great. Yep. No, she made it into a spectacle and then told us that they made it into a spectacle. You're the spectacle. Because you're the one out here lying and telling stories and fibs and all kinds of allegedly. I told you them lies is coming out them freckles. You can't tell this. This story is something else. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let me tell you something. I know that we all, and I say this a lot, that we go about our day-to-day life or whatever, and we may have issues and we may not, and then we may be having a bad day. But I hope that I put a smile on you guys' face, because there's the thing. If she didn't want us to know about what was going on, or didn't want us to talk about it, and I was wrong for doing it, then she wouldn't put it out there like that. Because somebody that wants to be quiet and live a private life sure have a funny way of showing it. She wants us to be on the up and up. She wants us to know about the Christmas card. She wants us to know that she didn't get an invite to the Christmas dinner. No, you've been uninvited to everything from this moment forward, you Jezebel. The evil that you do that comes out of there is just appalling. But what's worse is the traitor and the tramp, Harry. You traitor, you. You got this girl calling your family racist again, and then you allowed her to name your father and your sister-in-law. How dare you do that? What if she ever did to you, Harry, for her to deserve this kind of treatment from you? This is enemy stuff. This is what enemies do. Enemies, people that care about each other and people that care about you would have some type of way of feeling like their heart would hurt. Like, if I know that I betrayed someone that I love, it should hurt. And you should feel a certain kind of way. No, Harry doesn't care. It's business as usual with him and Meghan. Yeah, we're going after everyone. If it wasn't a shame, you'll go after the kids. This is how ruthless they have become. They're not rebels. Meghan has become a coward. She's become someone that is unpleasant. Very unpleasant. And more people dislike her unpleasantries. And WME, just fire yourself, because she is not listening to nothing you have to say. And when she says she understands, as soon as she get out of your sight, she's plotting and planning. Okay, then. Let's move on. Let's see what else she has done.
You know, someone was asking about the colour of the baby. Who cares about that?
No
This
one.
man was refused what might have been a promotion or work on the basis of his skin colour, which is real racism. That is racism.
For
that is not
real.
this unconscious bias mumbo jumbo.
It ain't that unconscious mumbo jumbo, no convert, invertual, upside down, twisted racism, pure D cut all the way to the core. You said that his skin color made him stand out like a sore thumb, which would, and therefore he is not hired because of his skin color. That's exactly what she said. It is clear. But then someone's curious about a skin color of a child has become into a whole country debate where Iman's on there defending that BS. Because the underlying situation has nothing to do with racism in her pocket. They're so engrossed about telling us about convert, unvert, and all of that, which is okay. But don't be bringing it where it doesn't belong, because it doesn't belong in the same sentence as Meghan, because she is the one that is doing the racism. She's the one that's doing all the disgusting behavior, Iman, not anyone else. And it's unexcusable for her behavior, period. It is inexcusable. No, Meghan is there's something going on here. No, so all of a sudden, the tables has turned because somebody wouldn't shut the hell up. Turn it off like the key, throw it away, and throw it through the door. No, we want to talk. We got something to say. We got to tell our side of the story. How many more times? And then again and again, to the point where you didn't put your foot straight up in your mouth. And now it really looks bad for her. And I don't see it being talked about. I'm going to talk about it. She put it in a book. She wanted to tell us. Let's see what else.
Woke Prince Harry complaining about victimhood while having a famous therapist analyze him. Complete bananas nonsense.
And that therapist has recently walked back and he said that he shouldn't have charged people. No, you shouldn't have been on TV with that because your reputation is shot to the do. No, he probably ain't got no clients and nobody trusts what he's saying, and we have moved on. You can't tell me he's not having a hard time in his older age, and it's sad because he's been markled. But she's going to bring someone's brand to the surface? Oh, okay. She could probably bring mine. If she peeped over here and then I all of a sudden start getting, anyway, moving on. Meaning, she would have to get someone that is a no brand person. And even then, you don't even want your brand attached to it because it's very dangerous. Put it that way. Name or brand has made it after they touched Meghan. Hello? You okay?
Yeah, I was gonna charge her iPad real quick.
Okay.
It's completely dead.
Actual
Is
traditional.
yours working?
I think it is. Just making sure I have a charger.
Yeah, I have one in here if you need it.
Okay, no, we're good.
Old school racism of not letting somebody have a job because of their skin colour. Let me just reread that line.
Read it.
Though a charming and intelligent man, so nothing wrong with this guy. This guy is great. He's qualified, clearly qualified. Not just qualified, he's charming. He's intelligent. But he stood out like a sore thumb to Meghan and her friends. Remember, Scobie is their biggest cheerleader. He unintentionally let the cat out of the bag with this one. This is not something he has made up to make her look better. It's something he has included. Perhaps I don't know, maybe he admires that.
Let me help him. She put it in there unknowingly that it was going to sound like it was going to be racist. Meghan did not know that it was going to sound racist. She just thought, as she continues to talk, look how she switches the story. Look how the story just it grows into something. And when it starts growing, the lie starts happening. And then she starts saying stuff that she really don't mean. And now she has 100% treated him with racism by not allowing him to have the job because he would stick out because of the color of his skin. What the... Meghan? She isn't... That's some stuff. Wait till it... Okay. It's just serious in my book. Here we go.
Doesn't like this man because of his skin colour. Markle and her friends were insulted, apparently, when the palace suggested the Queen's attendant assist her, which Scobie notes was likely due to a lack of black or other non-white staff.
I'm going to rewind it. Let me just have him say it first. Because the first thing that pisses me off, or just grabs my attention, it doesn't piss me off, just grabs my attention, is when she says she's insulted by the choice that Elizabeth gave her. And my thing was, you snobby little brat, you wasn't even an A-lister. You wasn't even a real actress. You wasn't even this real deal thank you meal person where everybody knew who you was. And now you get over there and start acting real different towards the king and his family. Real different. Like real ew. You're insulted. How dare you be insulted when someone is trying to do something for you to help better yourself? But you're insulted because I know why you insulted. Because your mind ain't there. Your brain wasn't there. You weren't planning on being there a long time anyway. You didn't think of it as a nice gesture. You didn't think of it at the time. You didn't think of it now because you're saying it in a book. And now you want to tell us that you were insulted by something the queen did for you to better and to help you. You dirty something, you. But see, Meghan has just told off on herself. She has just told off on herself and let us know how ugly, how despicable, how nasty, how disingenuine this person can actually be on a consistent basis. Why in the world would you reject anything from the queen? And no, I don't want that. And then talk about it and then try to make your point. Your point has gotten you in trouble because here's the thing, just like the 2-hour car chase. She didn't have to say anything about that, but she came out and started lying and then doubled down on it. Just like Kate cried. How many times has she mentioned Catherine in Harry's book and in Endgame? The vitriol, the straight up hate that she has for Catherine is seeping out and people see it. It's disgusting that she hates her in-laws like she does. They've done nothing to her. She wasn't even over there that long. And who the hell does she think she is that she needs to get IPH, the big security? What the hell? You entitled brat, you. You won't even pick up the phone and call your father and wish him happy Thanksgiving or Christmas. Or you won't even send a note over there to your father and let him see the kids, but you say you let King Charles see the kids. What's the difference? What's the difference in dads? What did one do that the other one did that he doesn't deserve it too, Meghan? But she wants to name the royal races before Christmas. And so she can ruin their Christmas. So she can put a damper on the season for them. Like, what nasty person would do half the stuff that Meghan does? Come on, guys. This is bigger than us. Who would do this? And she has done it this time. It's over. There's no more Meghan. Meghan has managed to really jack herself up this time. Why would you come out during Christmas and to ruin people's Christmas with this racism BS? Huh? You don't know? Because you don't care? It doesn't matter? If it was done to you, you would. She would write it in a book. Okay. Let's see what else he says.
Made up to make her look better. It's something he has included. Perhaps I don't know, maybe he admires that she doesn't like this man because of his skin colour. Markle and her friends were insulted, apparently, when the palace suggested the Queen's attendant assist her, which Scobie notes was likely due to a lack of black or other non-white staff in relevant scenes. Were insulted, apparently, when the palace suggested the Queen's attendant assist her, which Scobie notes was likely due to a lack of black or other non-white staff in relevant senior roles.
See what I'm saying? What the hell is she talking about? Senior roles. You were in a senior role yourself. You got catapulted to the top, and you were black. They put you on the front row, and now you're worried about something that has nothing to do with nothing. He can speak for himself. He can speak for the whole castle on what's going on. I'm talking about the lieutenant. But Meghan's going to go in there and do some observation and ends up committing racism as she's telling the story. But she was insulted by the queen offering to give her someone that was going to help her. But he stuck out like a sore thumb because he was black. And so that wasn't going to work out. She was more surprised with the lack of other people in leadership. That's that stupid stuff. Worried about the wrong things. And not even just worried about the wrong things, just in there making up stuff and end up telling off on herself and saying stuff she shouldn't say because she's so perfect, but she has slipped up. She was too busy trying to point to the royal family and blame them and say, look, see, they didn't have any black people in there working but this one person. He was going to stick out like a sore thumb, no. And so that's why you didn't hire him, because he was black. Sounds like discrimination to me. Sounds like racism to me, Meghan. Shut up. Just shut up. But we won't. We're too busy playing a game. We're too busy playing with the media. Too busy playing a game. It's too fun for her. She's really enjoying this. She has to be. You can't. A sane person, like that gentleman said she was sick. I'm going to go listen to that video. I'm going to want to hear him say it again. That there's something wrong. There is something wrong with a person putting this in a book. And totally disrespecting the queen by calling her racist. That's what she wanted us to know. She wanted us to know there was no black people up in the castle. And why wasn't there more? And there was only one available. And he was going to stick out like a sore thumb. That's that stupid stuff. That's her being stupid. It is. I don't know what that got to do with anything. I would have been so figuring out, how do I be a princess in all of this? Excuse me. And if this gentleman is going to help me get there, then so be it. And if I feel like I need to make some changes along the way and get, whatever, then I will do that. But let me get in here, since I do have a front row seat. I can make any changes that I want. No, you want to talk about crap, but you're not about change. Because if you were, you wouldn't have skedoodled back over here trying to make a name for yourself. But they have realized that, Hollywood realized that they're not going to be able to make a name for you because you're not name makeable. You walk around and you prance around like you're some savior and some wonderful, beautiful flower. And then as soon as you turn the corner, you're this vicious. I have never and ever heard of someone that would do this around Christmas time. Yeah, and around his birthday too. That's why King Charles has got his head down and was just so infuriated with his daughter-in-law. He's very proud of his other one. This one is the one from hell. What woman would sit back and want this for themselves or their husband? I'm like, look, honey, if you're going to keep treating them like this, look, I can't. No, that's why I know it's her. And she has the power to stop it, but she won't.
I suppose if we are to strongman Meghan's position here, which means to, the Socratic argument, put her argument as high up as possible to try and understand where she's coming from. The idea is like, is this tokenism, I suppose, but that's not what Omid Scobie has said. Again, to give Meghan the benefit of the doubt, she apparently didn't write this book, but she said that last time with Omid Scobie's book, and then later was found too.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew Gold. Very, very good video. I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to start one more. I'm going to get through that one, and just let me know what you think. I think that she's one in a million. I mean, when you think about the bullying towards the royal family, you think about, because she straight up bullied them and still is, holding things over their head, trying to name people in a racist scandal that she conjured up. I think of it as the 2-hour car chase. I think of everything chaotic, like Kinsley said. It follows them. Drama follows them. We know that now. That no matter where she goes or what she does, there's going to be a hoopla. And you can't tell me that Hollywood is not feeling it. They know who she is. They know without even coming to us. I know that they know that she is not, that she's constantly talking about the royals to them. And they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear about this and that. And then they know she tries to act like she's better than everybody else and waiting on them to bow to her or call her the Duchess of Sussex. And it's off-putting. She is on 2 windows. She is named one of the worst women of 2023. Juanita, I'm telling that to my sister because this was a harsh video. She would say this one was harsh. 2023, look it up. Meghan is one of the worst people of 2023. And then she was in a window of hypocrisy. Listen, guys, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like, share, and comment. The Meghan show is over. See you next time.